Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So as usual, with the start of a new month is also the start of a new version of the Fateful Encounter 7-day encounter. So this will be in your notices, of course, and then we'll go directly into the should you summon portion of this video. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I also do have a Patreon account for those who want to support me this way. So if you're not yet familiar with the 7-day encounter, pretty much standard across the game. Every month you have 3 featured units, and this month's units are Yuella, Aesil, as well as Lovely. And you will have one chance as a Faithful Encounter, which is 1,000 paid stones, for an uprated to get one of the 3. And so usually it's 7.77% of each, which I'll show you just very shortly. It does require paid stones, and so for the most part, unless you're getting a lot of value over that, it really isn't that great. Now, the funny thing is, when I come here, you see one picture. However, what it seems like is it has a different Fateful Encounter. So unless I'm completely wrong here, this is something funny. So anyways, don't worry about the notice here. Theoretically, you have the uprated units are going to be AS Rosetta, Melody, and Tuva. And of course, like I said, they are uprated for the 7.77% on the 10th pull. You can see they are still uprated 0.5% pulls 1 to 9. And note that the 4-star Rosetta is not uprated. However, Melody 4.5 and Tuva 4.5 are uprated. And of course, being that this is a paid banner, you still have the off chance of getting spooked by someone like Eva, Daisy, Pizka, and so on and so forth. Of all the newest, most powerful units are here. I believe that even the Altar units should be in here. You can see that. Black clad as well as red clad. And unfortunately, the normal complement of bots, Rainbow Sisters, or Knights. So, I was a little caught off guard, but that being said, should you summon? Now, first off, just my initial opinions of these 3 units. I do have all 3, however, I have not used Melody to any extent. So we'll start with Melody first. She, I believe, is a wind mage, and the unique thing about her is that you need more and more different weapon types on your team to really enhance and magnify her damage. And so really, she's best suited as a mage on a mixed wind elemental team, as opposed to, for example, in a magic zone team where everyone's carrying a staff. Her multiplier is going to drop down quite dramatically. Given the right set of circumstances and kind of building a certain team around her, you can squeeze out some pretty impressive damage. However, I believe this was discussed on the subreddit before. Even someone like standard like Felmino with Manifest can do really good damage in a wind zone anyways. Not to mention, with all the more recent powerful units, you have much more access to powerful wind units, like even things like True Manifest Zet, ES Sakia in Pierce Zone, which does wind type damage, and so on and so forth. In terms of AS Rosetta, she is a much older unit, I believe almost a year now. However, I personally feel that her use has not faded. If you haven't watched some of my more recent boss fights, I still use her as my backup secondary magic zone setter, and her end of turn boost, depending on number of magic moves done that turn, is still very potent. 20% times 4, which is up to 80% depending on 4 moves. She also has a lot of defense. She has physical shielding, she has type shielding, she's got codex, which heals and also gives status immunity, which is very useful against certain fights. Yes, I'm looking at you, EPS, whatever. And she does attack with fire type, which stacks 3 stacks of elemental resist down, type resist down. So very, very useful still. Now, in terms of Tuva, honestly, one of the OG6 came out with things like Mariel, Xion, and so on and so forth. At this point right now, she's not very powerful. I don't think I would recommend using her. However, I believe that based on Japan's release, she will have a True Manifest come out in the next couple of months, in which case I think her use as an Earth Mage might take a turn for the better. So this 7-day encounter is a little bit interesting, and depending on, again, same thing. Do you have any of these units? Are you missing all 3? Me personally, I would say the prize would still be AS Rosetta. Although, like I said, if you can really squeeze out some mechanics out of Melody, she might be interesting. And Tuva still has some utility now that her true manifest is coming out. Anyways, the downside to, of course, is that look at all the other Fatefuls we have out here, right? Like, some of them are pretty good. And so depending on what you have budgeted, especially this is paid stones, my general opinion is to pass on this banner, wait for other more powerful Faithful encounters that have more recent units. You can always get spooked by one of these units in the future. However, like I said, if you're relatively new to game or mid-game and you really want to add one or more of these, it does have upgraded, and so I'll still say that has a marginal benefit for you. So let me know in the comments below if you're planning to summon or if you're planning to pass. Of course, being that this is a Fateful encounter, I am not going to spend any paid stones on it. However, the fact that I have all 3 units anyways, I would not be summoning on this banner. Anyways, hopefully later on this week we see the trailer for Chapter 4's Future Mythos. I'm looking forward to any new units, and I think there's going to be a new manifest coming out in the next update as well. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.